I have a good friend, Dr. Gerald Jeffers. He told me the other day we were talking, and he said, Terry, I was thanking God for being in the universe. He said, God corrected me real quick and said, I'm not in the universe is in me. You want to know how big He is. And all of that, and He is intentionally infinite. But you know what else He is? He is intentionally intimate. That big God came from wherever He is and made Himself available to live inside of you. It doesn't matter how big He is. What matters to me is how much He loves me. How can something that big and that strong and that incredible care enough to robe Himself in what we call flesh and come and die so He could have a relationship with me? And then I have the audacity on a Sunday morning to say I'm too tired to get up and go? I don't think so. And I have the audacity to say, well, I'm just a little busy today. I don't think I have time for my prayer. I don't think so. I don't think I even have that option when I think of what He's done and how much He loves me. Do you have any idea the reason for all of that magnificence? Do you have any idea the reason that He created everything from the atom and the seeds to the sun and the moon? Do you know why He did that? It was not for His entertainment. It was not because He was bored being God. He did that because He loved you. He did that because He wanted to walk in a relationship with something that loved Him out of choice. You see, He had the angels that He had created, but they don't have a choice. They worship Him continually. That was their creation. He wanted to create something that would just choose to love Him. He wanted to create something that would want to walk in a relationship with Him out of choice. So He created you. So He created you. He wanted a relationship with somebody that would adore Him, with somebody that would get up on a Sunday morning when obviously it's pouring rain outside and would not care about anything but coming into His presence and finding a time to entertain Him. The intimacy of God overwhelms me. Overwhelms me. And do you know what else? Our relationship with Him is totally dependent upon me. You see, He is perfect in all His ways. He is in perfect alignment. He has everything in control. He does not need me. I need Him. See, He don't need me to keep the world spinning. He don't need me to walk and talk and breathe, and then that way the world can be right. No, I need Him. And so the whole relationship with me and Him is not on His part. It all comes down to me and my part. He is what He is. Do you want me to tell you what the will of God for your life is? Amen. I have a lot of people say, "What? I don't know what the will of God is." Do you know what the will of God for your life is? To walk in intimacy and relationship with Him. Sum total. That's it. That's easy. If you do that, all the other stuff falls into place. You don't have to worry about job, spouse, family. You see, if I'm walking in relationship with Him and I'm walking in alignment with Him and I am being intimate with Him every day, everything else fills up. I don't have to worry about anything else. It's all about my relationship with Him. That's why I was created. That's also why so many people never find the perfect will of God. And they're always struggling because they never come into alignment with the entire reason for their existence. They want a Santa Claus. They want the right job, the right spouse, the right amount of money, the perfect children. And He just wants relationship. He created Adam and Eve for relationship. If you look at Genesis 3 and 8, and we won't turn there because of time, it talks about God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, looking. What was He looking for? He wanted to talk to Adam. The God that created all this stuff that Steve was just talking about comes down because He wants to talk to you. It's an incredible story. He wanted people to talk with. He wanted people to commune with. And Adam learned to commune with God, and he walked with Him in intimacy. But before Adam ever had dominion, he learned communion. And if you want to have dominion in your life, and you want to have authority in your life, and you want to conquer things in your life, it comes back down to you don't get dominion until you get communion. And once I have communion, I have dominion. Because that's the way He created us. He's concerned over you. My favorite scripture in the Bible, and I will read it. He thinks about me. It's Jeremiah 29 and 11. I love this scripture. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord. They're thoughts of peace. He doesn't think evil of you. To give you an expected end. You see, God has expectations for every one of you that sit here today. And it's thoughts of peace. It's thoughts of prosperity. It's thoughts of health. It's thoughts of good things. Doesn't that sound intimate? That's what He wants for everybody in this building today. He loves you. See, sometimes we get it all confused, and we think that our reward is in this life. And we step on a few toes here today. We even think that our reward is souls being saved. Do you know Genesis 15 and 1 says, He is my reward. He is my reward. Walking, breathing, talking, and loving Him, that's my reward. That's all I need. You sang about it today. It really is all I need. This intentionally infinite God is intentionally intimate with me. Let me tell you how intimate He's been to me. About 12 years ago, I encountered an airborne virus of unknown origin. They finally gave it a name about this long. First 30 days that I was in the hospital, code blue 21 times. I was in ICU. It was one of those nightmares that you hope you never live through. Every organ in my body was damaged. The virus just moved through my system from one thing to the next. Doctors gave me no hope. I was in 3 different hospitals over 3 years. Finally ended up at Mayo Clinic. No hope. You're dying. There's not any way you're going to get through this. 13 other people across the United States had encountered this same virus. It was some kind of virus that happened that affected certain people with certain genetic